Coming up today on YOLO Texas.
I'm a little nervous, but I'll be fine.
It's fishing time.
Woo!
Join us on our trip across Texas.
Welcome to Del Rio. Located 150 miles southwest of San Antonio, this beautiful city is within a mile from the Rio Grande and connected to Mexico by Amistad Dam, which is our first stop of the day. And who better to share the history of the celebration than former Del Rio mayor and chair of the Abrazo event, Dora Alcala.
Today is really what we're celebrating for what we called La Fiesta de Amistad, a feast of friendship.
Yes.
What a beautiful way to celebrate our friendship between two countries, two cities, two states, and just a wonderful opportunity to have a party.
The Abrazo ceremony kicks off with performances and the national anthem sung from both respective countries. Then both mayors and dignitaries from each side meet in the middle at the border for an embrace to commemorate the Treaty of Amistad Dam. It's a true celebration of friendship between Del Rio, Texas and Ciudad Acuña, Mexico. And from one fiesta to another, Fiesta de Amistad parade is the largest parade held in Del Rio. It's also known as the highlight event of the weekend. Organizations and local businesses and schools line the streets of downtown Main Street, decked out in costumes and themed decor. It's a morning filled with spirited fun and music. Following the parade, everyone is invited to an arts and crafts show at Greenwood Park, where local vendors display their works of art, food, and talent for an afternoon of fellowship and community.
I saw it from a mile away and I need it. Irena!
They do not break. Really sturdy stuff right here. So you know Del Rio, you know this festival more than anyone. So what makes it so special and unique to you?
Friendship. Honestly, the Fiesta de Amistad represents friendship between two countries, two sister cities, which is Ciudad Acuña and Del Rio, Texas.
Yeah.
Alcalde de los Santos, who's my comrade from Ciudad Acuña, and I, we have a great relationship as far as getting things done in our region.
That's good.
And that extends into the community. As you can see, the people are friendly, people are interacting with each other, and it's awesome.
Outside of the fiesta, Del Rio has so much to offer. From its unique history to the arts and everything in between, we're getting to know it all, starting with the history tour at Whitehead Memorial Museum.
So this is the gravesite of Judge Roy Bean. There's been many books written about him, many TV series and movies. So a lot of people know about the judge. He was more of a moneymaker than a lawman.
A little rebel from time to time.
That's right, yes. So this is our barn exhibit. We have multiple exhibits in this building.
Okay.
Anywhere from pioneers, Native Americans, and even our flood exhibit.
Another local staple, Casa de la Cultura, Del Rio's home of the arts.
So we are a community cultural arts center.
We've been up and running since 1980. What's really nice about the organization is we still have a lot of our founding members. So they guide us through our events. They help us out with, you know, any upcoming projects and things like that. And it's really just community-based organizing, from classes from arts to performing arts to visual arts, and even special events like First Friday Art Walk and things like that. We normally have our classes for like our guitar classes, our accordion classes.
Oh, cool.
We even have ballet folclórico, which is our folk dancing. We have our Catrina workshop that we're hosting right now. Our goal is to just educate the community on different forms of art.
You can't go to Del Rio without making a stop at the oldest continuously running winery in Texas. That is Valverde Winery.
It was founded by Frank Quaglia in 1883. The Lenoir grapes were actually growing here on the property at the time. There was available farmland, and he started making wine for friends and family.
That's awesome.
And that's how it started. We've got about 9 acres total, and then we've got about 700 olive trees that are in production along with the grapes.
Sip on these award-winning wines outdoors while enjoying the gorgeous scenery, or just simply take a complimentary tour and tasting. To the weekend celebration is Copa de la Amistad, a world-class competition bringing the world's top bull riding competitors to Del Rio's historic Valverde Fairgrounds. Teams from Mexico, Brazil, Australia, and the U.S. go head-to-head in a friendly battle of the beasts. As our day winds down, there's something else we need to do. That is, feed ourselves with great Tex-Mex food at Memo's.
My in-laws started this in 1936.
Wow.
They sold it to my husband, and it's been in our family since 1959, so we pretty much have had it for 60 years or better.
And the menu has been pleasing locals ever since.
Great environment,
yes.
Great hospitality, and great
food. There you go.
Coming up on YOLO Texas, Ariel takes on Del Rio.
Well, Becky, thank you so much for having us out here. We are so excited to learn a little bit more about who Judge Roy Bean is, but please tell us what you guys offer here at the Visitor Center.
We are a Texas Travel Information Center, so we have travel information for the whole state, but we are also the museum for Judge Roy Bean. So he was a prominent figure here back from 1882 to 1903 when he passed away, and he was most notably known as the Law west of the Pecos.
I've heard he's a character.
He was certainly, you could say that. He was definitely a character. So
what all can we find here on the location and property?
You bet. So when people come, the very first thing that they see lots of times are the artifacts from when Judge Roy Bean was here.
Yeah.
And we have his original law book, his revised Texas statutes, a gun, handcuffs, notary seal, and then they can go outside and see the original buildings and things like that.
Well, let's take a look around.
Let's head outside.
All right. So, where are we walking now?
Well, this is what everyone comes for. This is the notorious Judge Roy Bean saloon that he named the Jersey Lilies. So, in all the historical photographs, advertising pieces from the early 1900s, it all features the Jersey Lily Saloon.
This is the original saloon?
This is actually the second saloon that he built on this property.
Okay.
The first one he built burned down in 1896.
Oh no.
So he built a new one in its place. I think it's always interesting of how notorious he was, but how small the saloon is.
Yeah.
Definitely taking a walk back in time.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. So before you go, you got to get your picture taken on the porch.
Yes, yes, we definitely
that
have
will
to
make
do
it
that.
official.
Iconic, legendary, I was here.
That's right. That's right. Put it in the scrapbook.
Located just northwest of Del Rio in Comstock, Continental Ranch is a privately owned property with 17 miles of steep limestone canyons on the banks of the Pecos River.
Y'all, we are outside of Del Rio in beautiful Comstock, Texas. Now we're out here for the Continental Ranch Roundup. It's a weekend filled with camping, adventure, and rock climbing. So, first things first, let's go set up camp.
With a passion for climbing, we met up with Brian to learn more about this unique event.
We are here for the Continental Ranch Roundup. We have climbers coming from all over Texas to come and climb on this private property that opens up twice a year for the public to come and enjoy the beautiful scenery around here.
Tell us a little bit about the event. How does somebody get into it, or what kind of experience do they have to have?
Basically, we spend 3 days out here camping and hanging out by the fires, climbing during the day. Typically, we like people to have some outdoor climbing experience because it is a arid and remote environment.
Nice, nice. So can you tell us what makes this part of Texas so unique for climbers?
First, we have these tall limestone walls that we don't necessarily have in the other climbing areas in Texas. The limestone is also much harder, which makes it a lot more fun to climb on.
Can you tell me what I can expect for today?
We're going to be teaching you a little bit how to belay, and then we're going to take you on one of the climbing areas called Candyland. You're going to learn how to climb outdoors.
I'm sure we'll have an awesome time out here. It's beautiful. All right, I'm all geared up. I'm ready to go. I'm a little nervous, but I'll be fine. Let's do this. I'm good. Are you good?
You're good. I'm good.
Okay. On belay?
Mm-hmm. Belay on.
Can I climb?
Climb on.
I'm good. I'm trying to focus on where to put my leg and hand. Dude, my left leg is like uncontrollably shaking. I made it! That was good!
That was invigorating. That was very intense. Definitely trust your feet and your legs. A 10 out of 10, that's a 10, and I'd do it again. Maybe not right now, but I'd do it again.
Good job.
This event wouldn't be possible without the true Texas hospitality of Heather and Miles Gibbs.
This is a Continental Ranch. Originally, how we started with the climbing is there was a geologist from the University of Texas that was canoeing down the Pecos River, and he was friends with Jamie McNally. They were documenting the geological striations in the rock, and Jamie was like, oh my gosh, look, this is limestone, and limestone is a great type of rock for rock climbing.
You know, we're really trying to reinvigorate the climbing here at the Continental. It really is one of the more untouched geographies in Texas.
It's an amazing country.
Yes, you're very, very lucky.
We are very, very lucky.
Our great outdoor adventures continue after the break. If outdoor recreations are your thing, then the Devil's River is a great place to start.
Most people come here for the outstanding water-based recreation activities. We have boating. We have about 200 fishing tournaments per year. We have some of the best fishing in Southwest Texas. And then also people like to come here to swim.
And I think it's the most interesting archaeology in the state of Texas. They left some of the finest rock art anywhere in North America. There's the Pecos River style pictographs that are over 4,000 years old. It's just a unique place. It's actually one of the best examples of hunter-gatherer archaeology anywhere in North America and in the world.
But in addition to the water-based recreation activities, we have a lot of other things that people can do, such as we have 5 hiking trails, and then we also have picnic shelters, and then we have campgrounds, outstanding place for birding. So there is a lot to do.
Yeah, there sure is. Mr. Denny, thank you so much for letting us be a part of your fishing trip. So give us the 411, give us the lowdown about bass fishing.
This is one of them lakes that no matter how an angler likes to fish, he can probably figure out how to catch fish here because there's so many different ways. You got all the rocks, you got the grass, you actually got wood in the water, so you got a lot of options.
Sounds like we're set up for success no matter what.
Well, we will see.
Okay, let's get going. Is it fishing time?
It's fishing time.
Woo!
Let's see what we can catch. I got you set up with Seaguard Tatsu 8-pound test line. And to cast it, you just take your finger and you open the bail just like that. And then just take your finger off.
How exciting! Yeah!
We have caught us a fish.
Yeah, victory! Oh my gosh, guys.
That's a largemouth.
Cool.
They're beautiful fish. But we'll let him grow up. That'll be a 10-pounder someday.
Awesome. We got one.
We got one anyway.
Denny, you here are the pro. Thank you so much for taking us out here, and I'm going to call it a successful trip.
It's really a great lake. The fishing's fantastic here.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take our mind off of everything and go for a hike at Seminole Canyon. So thank you. Appreciate you. Have a great day.
Appreciate you coming.
Today we're going to be going down and looking at some pictographs that have been radiocarbon dated to be between 4,000 and 3,000 years old.
Wow.
When we look over there, that is the Fate Bell Shelter. That is going to be our destination there.
Awesome. That's beautiful.
On your left-hand side right there, fossils.
Oh, cool.
When you look inside, you'll see very fine limestone particles brought in by wind, deposited, and when the wind hits it at a certain angle, it'll create like mini tornadoes, exfoliate the rock.
Whoa, cool.
We saved the best for last. This is our most photographed panel that we have. There's hundreds around here, but we mainly pinpoint on the 4 figures that we have.
More fishing on Lake Amistad in Del Rio up next.
We're where the Devil's River flows in and meets Lake Amistad, one of the most pristine spring-fed rivers in Texas.
Although it's claimed to be the oasis of West Texas, it's not easily accessible other than by boat. So that's where Amistad Expeditions comes in.
We're a shuttle provider with the state of Texas. We are a licensed concessionaire. Basically, we're your driver.
Amistad Expeditions runs shuttle services to and from the Devil's River.
You show up. We also rent kayaks if you want them.
Okay.
From us as well. But you can bring your own, and we'll put you in, and then we'll be there waiting for you to pick you up when you're ready to go.
And from there, Lake Amistad TCS will take over.
We have a water taxi service where if you decide you want to kayak down the Devil's River from a certain point, then we can pick you up here to save you from having to paddle all the way to the boat ramp.
Oh my goodness, can you imagine doing that? It'd be a great workout.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
But that's not all.
We offer packages for people that want to basically do a day trip up the river, just explore the area without having to get too physical with it. We also have boat rentals, and you can go and enjoy the day on the water.
Does it come with a captain?
If you would like to have a captain, that's an option. It just costs a little extra.
Awesome.
There's a sense of release when out on the water. And here on the Devil's River, there is plenty to see.
These are a series of caves that or most of them are interconnected. This one we're coming up on has got a sign in the very back of it. You'll be able to see that says primitive rock shelter, do not enter.
Oh, I see it now, yeah.
And the reason there's a sign there is because several years ago, somebody who had set up a day camp there found an artifact that dated back over 4,000 years.
So what's the keys to success for catfishing and actually getting a bite?
Stink bait, cheese bait, or punch bait.
Okay.
And we push the button, let it go to the bottom. Now, jerk, jerk. Now reel.
Okay.
Lift your rod tip up.
They're heavy, little guy.
Oh.
Woo! I did it! Woo-hoo! I did it, y'all!
And before we knew it, it was dinner time at Hooker's One Stop.
We have to ask the obvious question here, you know. We kind of did double takes when we heard the name Hooker's, so please explain.
Yeah, sure. It's based off fishing, of course. You know, all the fish would come out. And we didn't actually name this place. We loved it when we bought it, so we just kept it at that same name.
I love it, play on words and everything like that. So what do you got on the menu that we can start looking over?
Well, I was gonna say the cold beer. Everybody comes like, our draft beer is really cold. It's anything, everything from burgers to steaks to seafood to pizzas.
Nice.
Everybody loves the food. They come for the burgers.
And the weekly
steak
nights.
Yeah, it's steak nights, yeah.
From the great service, killer food,
oh yeah,
and live music,
I'm proud to be from Del Rio.
Hooker's caters to all and never disappoints.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. All right.